The most toxic couple of all time. Jim Murray made a video about Blueface and The Rock. This guy has some, I like this guy's videos. This is another YouTuber I watch off stream quite a bit. Him and DeGeronicity. I watch them quite a bit. It's probably a good video.
Rapper Blueface was born Jonathan Jamal Porter back in January of 1997. Growing up all over the California area, Porter would not truly fit in till high school, where he played in the marching band and was the star of the football team, leading his school to an East Valley championship at quarterback, throwing for over 3,000 yards in his career and scoring over 40 touchdowns.
We just came in confident. We knew we had the guys to do it. We knew we had the line and the block. We just came out and fought hard.
When he left high school, he would attend Fayetteville State University on a scholarship for a very short period of time to try and pursue his dream of making a career in the NFL, but would leave after disrespecting his coach and team in his very first season and semester in college. Shortly after dropping out, the highly touted prospect would make a major change in his life, deciding to quit football for good and pursue a career in rap music after randomly deciding to jump on the mic while he was sitting in on a studio session. He liked the way he sounded, and at that point he knew his next move. So by January of 2017, he was releasing songs and trying to blow up as a rapper, but he wouldn't release his first full-length project until June of 2018, helping him build some buzz around the California area.
So I was like, Blueface, what do you mean by Blueface? And then she started to tell me that on the West Coast, this dude is probably one of the most popular guys coming out of the West Coast right now.
Blueface might not have known it, but at the time he was planting the seeds for a very up and down career and trip into the spotlight. By October of the same year, he would drop his very first viral song with the single Respect My Crippin', leading to more people discovering his other songs like Next Big Thing, and of course the now very infamous Tatiana. There was just something about the way he rapped so offbeat that captivated offbeat individuals everywhere. And once Tatiana went viral, Blueface would host contests that would dictate which high schools in the California area he would pull up to.
Brother was pulling up to high schools.
And by November of 2018, he would sign a deal with Cash
He straight had mini concerts outside of high schools. That is crazy.
Money West, and this is when he began to be spied in pictures with Drake and many other celebrities. You have to keep in mind this was right in the middle of the era.
Wait, I like that song. Oh, I forgot about that song. Moonwalking through the Calabasas. Oh, I actually like that song. That's a good song.
Celebrities. You have to keep in mind this was right in the middle of the era when record labels were basically handing out record deals like candy on Halloween. So it was really no surprise for him to get a deal with such a small amount of work on his resume.
Because you gotta realize, a nigga like you, they're looking like, yo, this nigga's...
They waiting for me.
Yeah, they're like, yo, he gonna be done in 2 years. We can't wait till this wave is over. We can't wait till this wave is over.
Blueface was also one of the first rappers to really kick off these dancing trends that every rapper and really artist in general is trying to...
Oh man, Ak has so many funny moments. But every time I see this guy, I can't help but laugh. I remember the Drake situation, and there's a situation where it's like PC gets bugged up. So
we can't wait till this wave is over.
Blueface was also one of the first rappers to really kick off these...
Oh, he's also the guy who's like, you left off of Bad and Bougie or whatever. He's like, how does it feel to be left off Bad and Bougie or some shit like that? That was that guy.
Trend that every rapper and really artist in general is trying to hit with their singles nowadays. Because if something is popping on TikTok, it will get streams. And anyone who showed potential for viral content online was getting signed. Immediately, he started collaborating with...
He's a Martian.
Viral content online was getting signed.
Bro's
Immediately,
Martian.
he started collaborating with bigger artists like Cardi B, The Game, Rich the Kid, and quite a few others, with his first release on a major being an EP in August of 2019 titled Dirtbag. This album was met with much criticism, as both detractors and fans alike were left underwhelmed by the project. And this is where we really began to see his music career trending downward, and even a January 2020 album featuring Jeremiah, Gunna, DaBaby, NLE Choppa, Lil Baby, and Polo G couldn't help him sell more than 12,000 albums in the first week. And that was all back
12K.
before they were really moving the goalpost in terms of album sales. These labels must really think that all these features from these rapping ass, fantastic friendship league ass rappers can save absolutely anything. Since then, Blueface would make his amateur boxing debut, beef with online bloggers, get in a whole lot of trouble, and also release some more music. But I
was actually wondering the other day if he was gonna fight again. I wish that fight with who was it, Swaggy P, and even the Temper fight. I think he was supposed to fight Temper at some point. I wish he would have got that second fight, cause his first fight, he looked like, you know, he probably could have got it. He could have got some shit, you know?
Some more music. But I would say the most significant thing he did was host an OnlyFans show called Blue Girls Club, where Blueface personally handpicked over a dozen women from Instagram to come and live in a house and compete for his love. It was like a knockoff version of Flavor of Love. The women would fight, they would party, and of course try and get with the man of the hour. In one word, I would describe this show as ratchet, and I would hope that all contestants featured on this show would have some sort of personal injury insurance. That's where the sponsor of today's video comes into play, Morgan & Morgan, which if you didn't know is the largest injury law firm in America, with over 100 offices and 800 lawyers nationwide. If you are ever injured in an accident, you can count on Morgan & Morgan to be there. Personally, I wish I would have known about them when I got into a car accident and I hesitated to file a claim, because the task of hiring a lawyer always seems so difficult to me. But Morgan & Morgan make it incredibly easy to file a claim during a stressful time. In fact, you can file in 8 clicks or less without ever having to leave your couch. It takes about as much effort as ordering a pepperoni pizza to your house. And over time, Morgan & Morgan have recovered over $15 billion for clients, fighting for each and every one of them to get paid a full and fair compensation in these possibly life-altering situations. For more information, you can go to forthepeople.com/Jamari or dial #529 from your cell phone. Once again, thank you Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring today's video. And so this OnlyFans show is where he met a woman that would change his life forever. In steps Christian Rock, who was a former track and field star from Baltimore, being one of 11 siblings in a very broken household.
This is where I release all my anxiety. What I come from is kind of what like people wouldn't expect. You wouldn't know till I say something.
And Rock was no stranger to living a life that was a bit out of control. By the time she was 9 years old, she was already homeless and surfing from couch to couch of friends and family members.
And when I first went homeless, and when she said we was going to get home like in a couple days, I believed that. And I kept believing that, and it ended up being like, oh, I'm 15, 16 now. I'll go through all my day because I'm focused in my class, my friends, at lunch, we're going, I got training with this coach. But then when all that's over, I'm like, I don't have a home.
For her, running track was really the first way she saw to make it out of this situation.
I started getting love and support from like my coaches, my friends, and things like that, and then everything just started changing for me.
I guess that was before she met Blueface on that fatal day.
Your name? Yeah, of course.
And she looks mad different. Holy schmoly. Good Google.
He survived an entire season of Blue Girls Club, of course having many fights and drama along the way. Blueface would end up signing her to his record label, and somehow she made even worse music than him. In short, her career in its totality could be described as an absolute flop that no amount of promotion could ever...
Bro said somehow. Somehow.
Its totality could be described as an absolute flop that no amount of promotion could ever prop up.
Made worse.
I'm just so confused. I'm just so confused.
While this was all going on, the two would declare their love for each other, and she would begin tattooing his name on her face. And then eventually she even got a portrait of his face tattooed onto her neck.
Talk about the tattoos.
Okay.
So there's obvious. Okay, so you have how many now?
7.
7. Okay, so you got all 7 now.
No, I got 5.
You got 5.
I got 2 more to go.
And you want 7.
Yeah.
Why?
Because 7 is a good number. Like God came down on earth on 7 stars. 7 always been my lucky number.
And you want 7 tattoos of blue or something to do with blue?
Yeah.
Why?
Cause I love him.
Yeah. Does he have any tattoos
That's
of you?
my forever thing. He gonna get one.
This is where things really started to break loose as she began getting into trouble with the law and showing signs of being a fatal attraction.
Whoa. All her tattoos are dedicated to him. I didn't even realize. I didn't realize what she said. Whoa. She's getting 7 tattoos and all are dedicated to him. I think they're like not even together anymore. But it's hard to tell. They have such a weird relationship that is weirdly like hard not to look at. Like, I didn't even think I'd watch this video, but like for some reason I find myself always watching their shit. Like, I can't help myself. I'm like, what the fuck? What is going on with these guys? Like, it's just I can't help it.
It's like all of a sudden the most toxic relationship imaginable was on display for everyone to see. And after she was locked up for allegedly breaking into Blueface's house and attempting to steal his car, the world truly understood just how crazy this woman was. But boy, were they only scratching the surface. Because even after all of this went down, Blueface would also show how crazy he was when he would take Christian back with open arms. It's almost like the more reckless she became, and the more obsessed she became with him, his obsession with her also grew stronger. She even replaced a missing tooth that she had lost during a fight while filming the Blue Girls Club with a new tooth that had a picture of Blueface on it. Yes, I'm serious, guys, you can't make this stuff up. Soon the two would constantly be spied out together, as Rock would quickly transform into a completely different person, both physically and mentally.
Well, we living in that.
She would become this sort of internet celebrity that absolutely no one wanted to know about, but it's almost like you couldn't escape her. She was like Freddy Krueger in your nightmares. And in a very poor series of events for our society,
unavoidable,
someone decided to give them a reality show called Christian and Blueface, Crazy in Love.
Did you use my toothbrush? I'll take a right hook for you, mama.
Again?
Yeah.
Ready?
Should be a hell of an experience, right?
Which just by the title, we already knew they were gonna glorify this horrible relationship. On this show, we would see Christian fight Blueface's mother and sister, Blueface knock out her father, and a whole lot of other foolishness along the way, putting not only their most intimate moments, but also their families on display like a circus. The couple would also appear on multiple podcasts, streams, and other collaborations with big creators, where they would both seemingly go out of their way to make a fool of themselves over and over and over again.
Yeah, because this one little. Whoa, my bad, Chad.
Oh, the hole.
Hey, you put a hole in my wall.
Oh yeah, that dude, this shit was crazy. Honestly, I didn't watch this whole stream, but I felt like I got the craziest parts of it. Like, whenever Kai's dad walked in, shit just went wild after that. Shit went to like a different level. Like, they started picking the dad up. They went to the fridge. They got the pizza. They put the fucking hole in the wall. I couldn't believe the shit I was seeing. I was like, bro, like, what the fuck? Absolutely wild.
Fix it. I'm here. No. No, I gotta take you. I gotta take you. Come here. He come here, bro. What do you like? Why are you doing that?
Do you feel like she's mentally prepared and ready to take on this new life?
Hell no. But I feel like I'm the only person who has enough patience for her.
Right.
At this point, I think it's clear to the general public that these two do not respect anyone or really anything. And in the most recent series of events, she actually announced that she was pregnant, with Blueface quickly chiming in to say that the baby was not his, alleging that Rock had been with 11 other men in the past year while they were together.
When you pregnant, do you hear hard?
Pregnant.
Or it'd be too early to hear one?
Hold on 1 second. I'll come talk to you in 1 second.
Okay. Cause I hope I hear 3. Say no 2.
But now a whole 2 weeks later, it appears that these two have actually gotten over that bump and decide to tie the knot. And to me, this is really just what happens when two people who are absolutely out of their minds come together to create an insanely toxic relationship.
Whoa! Whoa! Back it up, brother. What? she claimed she was pregnant on Twitter. Man, crazy shit is always going on Twitter. I never go there, so I never really know. But says she got a baby. Blueface says it's not mine. Or what do you say? Answer your questions. I tried to clarify. It wasn't giving. What? Strictly business is strictly. She's pregnant with somebody else's child, not mine.
Baby was not his. Alleging that Rock had been with 11
claiming
other
he's
men in
been
the
with
past
10 different
year while they
men,
were
but
together.
still got back together and married, having kids soon.
I'll come talk to you in 1 second. Okay. Cause I obey you 3. Say no 2.
But now a whole 2 weeks later, it appears that these two have actually gotten over that bump and decided to tie the knot. And to me, this is really just what happens when two people who are absolutely out of their minds come together to create an insanely toxic relationship. It's safe to say the two of them are both fueled by their need for attention and clout, and at this point, them being involved in all this BS really seems to be the only time people give a single damn about them. No one is checking for Blueface's music in 2023. Her music career never even took off to begin with. I think the whole IG model thing is pretty much done, and so it's almost like they are stuck in this cycle of needing to do crazy things to stay relevant. It's like watching a car driving insanely fast on some horrible tires out in the rain. Like it's about to all blow out and someone is gonna get hurt. But really, when it comes to Blueface and his girlfriend, it's almost like they're a match made in horrible heaven. And it's almost like they were made for each other at this point. But y'all let me know what you guys think. Personally, I find them to be one of the most annoying couples of all time. As always, I do want to thank...
I can't help myself but like looking at them, like I said earlier, like... I don't know, it's just like a wild train crash that I can't help but look at. Like he said, the only things I really care that they do, which is scary and weird, that's like the way it is. That's strange. And they just feed into it. That's even crazier.